If you're already retired or just starting to think about it, you might ask yourself the question, do I have enough money? But let me throw out another question to think about. How am I going to spend my time? How am I going to make my life meaningful in retirement? So let me ask this. Let's say it's Tuesday morning, you've already had breakfast, you have nothing on the calendar. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Those are the day-to-day questions that people who are retired have to think through. How am I going to bring structure back into my life when I've moved away from structure of working and also away from the people I'm used to being around? A lot of times when we talk to people about retiring, they say, I've got this big list of things I want to do. Usually it's projects around the house. Maybe it's cleaning the garage. Maybe it's fixing the deck or something like that. But the thing is, eventually those projects get done. And then what? You can only travel so much, play golf so much, fish so much. And there's other things in your life that are missing. So how do you fill in those gaps? Well, social connection is a huge part of retirement that's missed. Now, let me bring this one in. Social connection and social media are not the same thing. You didn't retire so you can spend more time on your phone scrolling. I don't think any of us want to do that. Just images of people watching TV in retirement and just gotten down to a smaller screen that you can't see as well. So moving away from just looking at our phones, and one thing I've done, even still working, is I put screen time limits on my phone to force me to spend time doing other things that are more meaningful to my life. Social connections are one of the biggest predictors of long-term health, even more so than diet and exercise. And our clients who are engaged in relationships and connecting with others are some of our happiest clients. Another thing is thinking through hobbies. We have one couple I can think of, when they retired, they volunteered for 10 years doing disaster relief work when hurricanes and tornadoes and floods and things like that came through. They would go after the initial surge and they would help over and over again. And they found so much joy in that. We have another client who retired in the last few years who's taken ukulele lessons, and he's really enjoying that as well. So it's finding something that you might enjoy that's maybe a little different than you've done before and taking the time to do it. And that may lead you to some new relationships and new friendships that you hadn't thought of before. Let me touch on something else. And this is important. A lot of people bring this up in retirement. What about moving to be closer to the kids and the grandkids? Now that sounds great, and sometimes it can be a wonderful thing, but think about what that means. So you're moving from one place, you're moving away from all your personal connections, maybe your church, your work connections, and you're moving to a place where your kids and grandkids are out of state, which can be great, but eventually the grandkids go to school, the kids are at work during the day. So how are you going to spend your day in a new community where you don't know anyone? Sometimes it can be a really good fit, but it's something you want to think about, giving up those personal connections at home, and don't undervalue the connections that you already have and how they could help you over the next 10, 20, 30 years of your life as well. One of the best things you can do before you retire, whether it's 10 months before you retire or 10 years before you retire, is start thinking about how you're going to spend your time in retirement. Who do you want to spend time with? What do you want to spend your time doing? Are there causes that are important to you? Getting that organized can really help provide a vision for retirement rather than just falling into it and potentially being bored and even lonely. This is a great time to take the class, pick up the instrument, try something new. There's a Darius Rucker song, there's a line that I love. It's, when's the last time that you started something for the first time? Starting something and trying something for the first time can open up new and exciting parts of your life that you didn't even know existed before. Most people want more connection in retirement. They miss their old friends, but they hesitate to reach out. Initiate. Be the person that sends the text, starts the group, gets people together. Those are the kinds of things that can make a massive impact, not on just your life, but the lives of people around you. Our clients who have surrounded themselves with friends, not just old, but also new, have found so much joy and had so much impact in retirement on those around them. You've worked hard to build the financial foundation for retirement, but now let's build the life on top of it. Because a successful retirement isn't just well funded, it's well lived.